Yo, what is up, everybody? It is DJ, and I am back with some more picks. Now, if you tailed along yesterday, you saw that yesterday we did end up going 3 or 4 on our picks. One of our guys did not play. We ended up with a 1.5 times multiplier. It was still a profitable slip. And today what I'll be doing is doing the exact same thing. I will also additionally be giving you a slip from the AI slip generator tool that you can see right behind my head. Now, over here, you can see that this tool is up 2,052 units since it first started. And all it does is it quickly scans the market and it says, hey, these are some of the best bets that you can be taking. Again, this is a tool that I've been using for quite a while, and it has completely changed the way that I sports bet. Start listening to the books. Stop spending all of this pointless time doing research, because look at what this tool does for you. And you can see here that they've already generated 13 slips for you. And these are highly profitable slips. You are getting the best odds from multiple different sports books. That's if you bet on PrizePicks, if you bet on Underdog, if you bet on Better, if you bet on Fliff, and only so much more, right? And I'll show you again what all Daily Grind Fantasy has to offer for you. But more importantly, I know exactly why you're here, and that's to get a lot of these picks. So let me go ahead and jump into that. I do have an AI slip generator tool, slip that you can tell using, anyways, it's on Underdog, right? And the tell that the slip that I created for you was this one here. Now, and I'll get exactly into how quick that this tool is able to do it for you, but really all that you have to do is click Klay Thompson, Control C, go on over to Underdog, paste that in there and say, hey, we're going to take the over of 13.5 points. And again, that's all we have to do. Now, PrizePicks is a little bit goated in this stint. Now, again, I know you want the slip, so go ahead and tell that slip if you want. But the reason that PrizePicks is so goated in this Daily Grind Fantasy is they've figured out a way that all you have to do is hit this bet on PrizePicks button, and it goes ahead and creates the slip out for you. It will directly take you to the PrizePicks site, have all of those picks already built out for you. You put in your unit size and you fire it away. So whenever we're positive EV betting, the idea is to bet as much as we can. So why would we not use a tool like this where we can fire off as many bets as possible? Now, with that said, I completely get it. Use code BENCH to get 25% off of your first month. That is kind of my homage to you, helping you out, getting started and becoming a more profitable and better sports bettor. But anyways, though, let me get in kind of the meat and potatoes of this. I do have another slip built out for you. As you can see here on PrizePicks, we have a couple NBA plays, and then we have some CS2 plays as well included in this slip. So with that said, though, let's go ahead and take a look at how exactly I decided to build this out. Now, when I look here, there's a couple things that I look for whenever I'm looking at the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer tool. And what those are exactly is 2 data points. Whenever I look at this market, I'm looking for at least 2 data points. So when you look through some of this, you'll see that they only have 1 data point. What I'm looking for is at least 2, right? Because for the most part, that's saying, hey, it's not necessarily this book's word versus this book's word. If I have multiple, then that obviously is going to make me feel a little bit more comfortable as a bettor. So that's what I'm looking for whenever I do this. So obviously, first thing that stands out to me was this Paul George play going under 23.5 points plus rebounds. That comes in at a 56.78% odds to hit. Now, why that's important? Yes, it's as green can get, but why that's important is because my odds to hit, what that number that I'm looking for is above a 54.2% odds to hit. Now, there's going to be some plays where we're going to create on these slips where they drop below that. And a lot of times when we get down here in the yellow, that yellow is saying, hey, you are starting to get out of that threshold, but that's fine, because if we have a 56 point whatever we have, we can afford to dip down here and create a lot more of these slips with all of these different player props. So you see a lot of props in here offering multiple data points, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So the fact that we were able to lock in Paul George going under 23.5 is absolutely fantastic for us. Now, I did skip over on this Caleb Martin play just because it's the same team, and 2-player unders are kind of hard, but you'll see that we got into it anyways. The next play that I went with, I always try to stick with the same sport. It's just a personal preference more than anything, but there's also plenty of slips that we could be taking. But it was this Miles McBride for the Knicks going under 13.5 points plus rebounds. As you can see, again, another solid play coming in at 55 25.22%. Now, the reason that this is such a good play, I didn't quite go over it in the Paul George, so I'll go ahead and take a look back up there after I explain this one. But we're getting this at 13.5 on PrizePicks. When we look at the rest of the market, outside of one other book, 4 other books are offering this same exact prop, but at 12.5. That is 1 point rebound lower than what we're getting on PrizePicks. Now, whenever we get this on PrizePicks, we're also getting it at minus 119. You can see all of these other books offering this at 12.5 are offering it at roughly the same exact thing. So when we include these 5 and 6 leg slips, create these on PrizePicks, the payouts come out the way that their fixed payouts are, it's at minus 119 odds. So again, the fact that they're offering this at roughly the same, but a whole point lower is why we're getting such crazy value on that. 13.5 minus 120, that's basically what we're getting from PrizePicks in and of itself. But anyways, Paul George, and why that's such a good play here for us as well. We're getting this at 23.5. When we look at the rest of the market, we are also seeing it at 1 point rebound lower, but then you start to see it a little bit more favored than that Miles McBride play at minus 125, minus 120, even minus 130 on kind of a couple of books here, right? So that's why that play is so good for us, because not only are they listing it a whole player lower, but they're saying, hey, we're going to even juice that under even more than that Miles McBride play. So that's why we're seeing that come in at 56.8% odds to hit. Absolutely crazy play to start this off with. So started off Paul George under 23.5 points plus rebounds, follow with the Miles McBride under 13.5 points plus rebounds. And then the last NBA play that we had was this Karl Anthony Towns over 24.5 points plus assists, coming in at 55% odds to hit. As you can see here, 25 across the board. We're getting this a whole point lower than what the rest of the books are offering this. They're all offering it 1 point higher, and we're seeing it again come in at minus 120 pretty much across the board. The average juice that we're getting, which is this number here in this column, is minus 145, whereas on PrizePicks, we're getting it at minus 119. Make that make sense to me. I just don't get it. Why would you not be doing this? You're buying the cheapest possible line. That's the idea whenever we're positive EV betting, is we're just buying the cheapest possible line and letting the books who spend millions and millions and millions of dollars creating these lines, and sometimes they make mistakes, and sometimes there is big differences in what one sportsbook is offering to what other sportsbooks are offering, and that's all we're doing with PrizePicks and their fixed payouts. But the very next play that I decided to go with this, ran out of some NBA plays. I could scroll a little bit further down, but as I mentioned, I didn't really want to get too many players on the same team. A lot of Philadelphia 76ers, there's a good market on that. A lot of New York Knicks, there's a lot of good markets on that. So what you could do is go ahead and start building out other slips, knowing that there's all of this NBA value. I didn't want to do that necessarily, combining all of these other players, hoping for a lot of unders and that just a single slip. I don't really like to do that. So anyways, though, what I did was this Jerry play going over 27.5, coming in at 57.63% odds to hit. When we look across the rest of the market, we see Underdog is offering this 1 kill higher at 28.5, but then we also see Hot Streaks offering this at 30.5. So if we look at just this player prop alone, we see that PrizePicks is offering at the lowest, meaning that they're the book that is likely off. Not only with Hot Streaks offering it at 3 kills higher, but they're also heavily favoring it at minus 158. So again, they're listing it higher, and they're saying, I feel very confident that they're even going to go over 30.5. So why would I not get it at 27.5? And then the last play that I had included here was this wrinkle play going under 30.5. So really 3 plays within the top 5 currently on this optimizer tool, coming in at 56%. We're grabbing it at under 30.5 maps, 1-2 kills. And then we see it Underdog offering it a 1 kill lower, Hot Streaks offering it 2 kills lower, and then again, heavily juicing it to minus 158. So again, guys, this is all you have to do whenever you're betting with Daily Grind Fantasy and looking to be a better sports bettor. Again, I've even got that code out for you if you wanted to go ahead and use it. Use code BENCH to get 25% off of your first month. But again, if you were looking to tail some of these slips, those are linked down in the description below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure you go ahead and do that. All of it helps. I appreciate the most recent subscribers here as well on this channel. Drop a like. Have any questions, drop those down in the comments below, and I will be answering those. And also make sure you hit that notification bell because I will be dropping some educational videos along the way on top of some of these daily picks videos. Anyways, though, had a decent Monday today. Let's have an even better Tuesday tomorrow. See y'all next time. Y'all take care.